Hey guys, welcome back to another Moondog trading video. I know it's been years, guys. It's been years. It's been a long time in the making, and the channel's probably dead. So I'm probably making this video just for me. If you guys are still out there, I appreciate you guys staying subbed, and if you're not subbed, please sub to the channel. It'll really help me out, and then I can do this in the future for long term. The reason I stopped making videos, guys, because I had some technical difficulties with I should say, some scammers. And so I had to shut everything down for, it's been a while. It's a couple of years. Where were we going? It 2022. I think it was my last video. So I'm going to try to start making videos every day um, again, like I used to. I just had some very, very bad apples that like to take advantage of people, and I it was on my end. It wasn't on anything on your ends, but it was definitely on my end. But anyways, let's get to the charts, right? That's why you guys are here. First of all, we're looking at Bitcoin. We always start out with Bitcoin. We're the king of crypto over here, so we're going to start off with Bitcoin, and then I'm going to actually move into some charts, like actual stock charts, which I know I've done mostly all crypto on here, but I'm actually going to move into some stock charts this time because we're going to do crypto, we're going to do stocks, we're just going to do it everything all the time. If you guys got suggestions that we want to start with crypto, sorry about that, or with stocks, just leave a comment, and we'll do the best we can to get that charted for you. What did I want to look at? Oh, Bitcoin on the daily. Okay, so this right here is the 200-day moving average. Okay, that's what that blue line is. This line represents 200 days of movement, and as you can see, it acts as support here. I'm sorry, resistance here, support here. And then we kind of fell under it and broke out. Now, I just want to show you why I drew these trend lines, guys. This goes all the way back. All right, so now this is back 2020 of March. I don't know if I could say it. I don't think I could say it on YouTube anymore. But you know what that dump was, guys. And so we draw that trend line from here to here, kind of get a trend just in case we want to see if it hits bottom like it did down here. You'll know where this is going, right? And where we don't want to see it break. Then we have our secondary trend, where if this goes to break down, that would be our secondary trend. We'd be looking for this to hold up so it doesn't get any worse. Then we got our trend line from back here, which goes here, here, here. And look at this, guys. Perfect bounce off the 49,000, which was our last major low so far. So those are the trend lines. I wanted to get that out of the way. But what we're really looking at is what is going on with Bitcoin currently right now. Right now, it seems to be moving pretty good. And I actually have Bitcoin going higher. You want to know why, guys? I'm going to show you guys that are just learning how to chart the most basic, fundamentally chart, because a lot of newbies, they don't know how to look at charts really well, and they can't see the patterns, and they can't see what's going on. So I make it as elementary as possible, and I'm going to show you guys some secrets right now to find out where bottoms are and where tops are, so you can make big time trades with big time moves, and do it with confidence. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to just use this example from March 24 all the way till now. Okay, and we're going to see what we can find here on the charts. Okay, so right here, we're going to do M's and W. An M is a double top. Usually when you see it, a double top, it's an M pattern. Okay, they call it double tops in the trading world, and usually that signals downside. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example, and sometimes those W's can flip to M's, and I'll show you that as well. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. So this is what you want to see. So if you were bearish right here, so we're bouncing around, and you're like, okay, this is kind of moving sideways. We're at the all-time high. Now, what would make me go bearish was seeing not this pullback, but seeing this M right here, M pattern right here. And you always want this to be the higher high. So on an M, you want it to be the right side always, to be a little bit higher. Okay, it makes the M more. You'll see what I'm talking about when we go more into this. But you see the M pattern, right? And one of the ways you can get targets from this M pattern is you want to take your trend line. This is an easy, guys. This is about as easy as trading as it gets. And I'm going to show you the easiest way of trading. You want to take that from the right-hand side, not from the wick, but from the top of the base of the candle, from the last high of the candle of that base, okay? And you want to bring it down to the middle of this base, not at the wick, but at the middle of the base right here, okay? I kind of drew that sideways, okay, but whatever. Then you're going to take your candle, and that's where you would kind of get your trend, okay? So it did come down and test a little bit more. They kind of, wanted to juke it out. But an M pattern would be a short pattern. That'd be something that they would bring it down, but that's a good way to get targets as well. So we'll go ahead and delete that and delete this. I probably drew that wrong, so the target probably was down here, guys, but I'm just giving you an example. Now, we see a little bounce, nice little candle here, another run up. But what do we see to get out of this? If we took this trade down here, what do we see to get out of this? Okay, we're going to see another M pattern right here. Right here. Boom, boom, boom. Now, the way the M pattern works is you have to wait for it to break this area right here on a closing basis. So the candle has to close on I would say a higher time frame. You could see it right here. I don't know if we can zoom. Let's zoom in here. I got that on there. I forgot this stupid thing here, drawing. So you can see where the M, okay, where that actually came up, retested that, and then just tanked. Okay, so what happens is this candle closed. The very next daily candle closed. We're on a daily chart. Each candle represents a day. It closed, came up, got rejected right at our line. Okay, got rejected, and then that's when you see the fail. Okay, the same thing over here. Okay, got rejected here. Actually came up, but once you see that close, once it closes under the middle of that M, which was right here, you want to get out of that. Even if it pounces back up, you want to get out of that. Well, you want to check your targets too. You want to see where your targets are at all times. Now, do you guys see the next pattern? What do we see here, guys? What are we seeing? I know you guys are seeing it now. Okay. What do we see? Another M right here. And you'll see that every time this side, the right-hand side, when you're looking at it, is always higher than the left. Okay? I'm making this as simple as it can. This breaks right here. This candle gets rejected. Down we go. Okay? Another M pattern. Now you're probably asking, well, Moondog, okay, we're seeing the tops. We're seeing the bullish patterns. Okay? But now, Moondog, how do we get to the bullish patterns instead of the bearish patterns? How are we going to, instead of going down, I don't want to short all the time, Moondog. I want to just go long and ride the waves, right? I'm going to ride the waves. Well, that's when you would want to look for something like this. And I'm going to show you some things with some stocks too as well. But that's when you would want to do something like this, okay? Right here. The opposite of the opposite of an M would be a W if you flip the M around. That's how we get these patterns, okay? And I'm going to show you a good example. Now, on the W, you always want the left side to be lower than the right. So it's kind of making like a new higher low. So what you'd want to look for here is a W. Now this is not a perfect W, but this is exactly what you want to look for. Then when this breaks, you could see right here where it held as support too, that middle. Look right there, that candle wicked and boom, up to the upside. Okay? That's what you want to look for when you're looking for these bottom patterns. You want to look for W's. Okay? And the bigger the W, the bigger the pattern. Okay? So now I'm going to give you an example. We'll go all the way down. We'll find some W's down here. Look at this. This W right here, this little dinky W down here. started this whole trend. This last big move started because of this W around, 15,000. You guys can see it right here. This is called a double bottom. So W right here, boom, 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 boom. Okay, and you can see how this is lower. The left side's lower than the right side. All right, so I'm just giving you basic trading guides. You can use this as in higher time frames, lower time frames. The higher time frames, the bigger the move. Okay, so now what do we got here currently on Bitcoin? Well, I got to tell you guys, it's ugly, and it's a lot bigger than the other ones. This could be a bigger move, but what do we got? We got a W here. So now all we got to do is wait for this to break at 65,000 and then some change. Hold on a higher time frame. So what I like to see is a daily candle close, or even a weekly will do it. Then you're going to take that pattern, okay? Then you're going to take this chart, and we're going to run it from here to here. Okay, look, right there, boom, boom, boom. And that's where we get our guys, this is, hold on, let me bring that down some. This is setting, we're looking at new highs. If this can hold above the 200-day moving average, hold up as support. If this middle could hold, the top of it here, if this can hold, we're looking at a nice trade to the upside right now for Bitcoin. Now, guys, this is the other thing that you got to watch out for. You don't just jump into this until you see the confirmation, because the reason you want to see the confirmation is because you want to see, let me draw this up here. What can happen with this W? Okay, this can roll over into an M pattern. Okay, so you got to be very careful, because now if this rolls over and gets rejected here, which this can happen a lot, guys, that's what happens a lot. All of a sudden, now we're looking at this area and we're looking down, okay? So that's the type of stuff that can happen with the W's. So you always want to wait for confirmation, and you always want to wait for the pattern, okay? So you always want to wait for these moves to happen. Very, very simple trading. You guys can find this on lower time frames if you want to get a quicker move. You're trying to day trade, or you want a bigger move and you're swing trading. These are the type of things that you want to look for when you're looking for these patterns, okay? And then kind of guess, you can get your targets. Now, you don't have to use this as a target system, but it does work. It does work, guys. You'd be shocked when you actually do it, and it does work. It doesn't work all the time because, there's momentum into some of these trades, but you can see right here, obviously it didn't work because this came all the way down here. So on an M pattern. So this is kind of like, you can gauge that, but you really want to look at levels, guys. Like where would be the next resistance? It would be up here around 68, 500. And then we'd work our way up to this trend line, first of all. And also this double top right here at around 72,000, so this is what you would want to look for Bitcoin. Main thing is closing above this 200-day moving average, people getting excited again and watching the fireworks. Okay, basic trading. We're showing you just candles, guys. You can make money just with candles, nothing else. All right. Now you can add MACDs and stochastics and stuff, which I have on my chart. I got MACD, I got a stochastic here. As long as Bitcoin on the daily is above 62,524, there's more upside here. MACD's looking good, and I can give you an example of the MACD. This is settings. I'll have to go to you guys. I'll show you the settings in a minute. But say, we crossed right here on the MACD. All right. We would look for upside right here on the trade. Now look at this. We crossed right here at 56. Boom. You're making 10 grand right there. This is MACD. This is good. Now, these are the settings for my MACD. Write them down. Get them down. These are professional. These are what the professional stock traders use in Wall Street. This setup right here, this MACD setup. Okay, so I'm giving you guys the good stuff. We're coming back here. We're coming back. All right, so now we're running out of time. I got 14 minutes, 15. I got 5 minutes. So I was looking at a couple stocks, guys. If you guys are interested in some stocks, this one's been running pretty good. This is IMRX. Okay. It's been looking pretty good. It's ran up, guys. You got to be careful with these now because these have run up pretty good. I mean, you could see the jump right here. It went from $1.07 all the way up to $3.80. So you got to be very careful here. But if this trend line breaks, and you could see the support, you could see the resistance. This was support. Support always flips into resistance. So if the support breaks, it turns into resistance and it kind of blocks everything. So now you got a trend line and you got some areas of a concern to block. That's why I highlight everything right here. This would be my highlighted area. Okay. But if you could break this trend and this thing gets above, let's see, 389 and some change and holds on a higher time frame, this could be a good trade, guys. Okay. This could be a good trade. And so really keep your eye on this one. Also another stock trade I'm looking at, which guys, don't get me wrong. I got in here at 143. Okay. AC Trader turned me on to this, guys. You guys can check him out. Stock tweets, AC_trader. He turned me on to this stock. And so be aware of it. IMRX. Okay, that's the ticker. Just be aware of it, please. Because it has ran up. I mean, we got in at 143 and we're up over 100% already on it. So be careful of this. It ran pretty good. Here's another one. I'll see how much time I got left, guys. Okay, I got some time. So we got ALRN. Okay. This stock, you can see what I wrote on here, needs to hold a candle on a higher time frame candle above 4 to see next levels. I wrote candle twice. I don't know why. It's just my eyeballs. So then I got my targets. 4. Right now it's at post market. It's at $3.83. This thing ran pretty good too, guys. I got in this a lot lower, and this thing has run up pretty nice. Okay, but now, great example right here, guys. This is a 15-day chart. I like looking at the bigger time frames if I'm going to swing something hard. But look at this W, guys. Broke, boom, up to the upside. Perfect. That's called a double bottom. Okay, so now this was not your typical because they did wick it a little bit. So that can happen. You don't want it to make that lower low, but it can happen. You always want to look for that other thing. So, but let's look at the daily here. Let's see what we got on the daily. Let's zoom out. Okay, we're hitting 200-day resistance on this. So the 200-day is getting hit. It's actually post-market is above there. So if it can open up, you can see the heavy resistance here at $4. If it can open up above there, this thing can really start moving. The same thing on IMRX. Sorry, I'm losing my mind here. How much time do I have? Okay, I'm running out of time. IMRX, the same thing, guys. Look at this. I want to show you guys. Let's see. Where can we find? Where is it? Let's go to an hour chart. Let me back this thing up some. God, you can barely see it. What is my zoom here? Okay. So you can see where this had this W. This is what I mean by trading this right here. Look, guys, look at this. Look at this W right here. Boom, 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 boom. And then the break, and then good night. What was the gain on that? Let's see. From here to here, you looked at a 32% gain. So be careful with these. But if these break the levels, guys, these could be a home run hitter, especially if it can break out of this trend and hold on a higher time frame above these levels that I have marked. It could fill this gap over here and get up to that 573 mark. So pay attention to that one. And that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please, subscribe. It's going to help me. If not, I probably won't make any more videos because when you subscribe, it motivates me to do it. Hit a thumbs up, comment, get me back on the YouTube algorithm so we can start doing this again, okay? All right, guys, much love to you guys, and peace out.